Hey, Laura. This is Leia. Let me take you out of the blanket for a minute. Can you say hi? Are you camera shy? Okay, okay. I won't keep her out here for very long with us. I just wanted everybody to see her. Yep, there she is. She's so sweet. Hey, everybody. Oh, you're tired. You need to go take a nap, don't you? Thanks, Trisha. She is so sweet. She wasn't supposed to be here this week. She was supposed to come in about 2 weeks. but some things happened with her mom. Her mom actually got sick and she couldn't breastfeed her puppies anymore. So they had to leave their mama early. So she's just turned 7 weeks old. So she's still on formula and ow. So she wasn't supposed to be here quite so early. But my daughter Olivia got her for my son Ryan. So she's Ryan's and he named her Leia. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna go put her away. I'm gonna go give her to my son and then I'll be back in just a minute, guys. I'll talk to you a little bit more about her, but she needs a nap. Do you need a nap? Yeah. Oh, okay. I'll be right back. Do you need anything for her? Okay. Oh, yeah, grab that. Okay, there's not much left in here, but you can have the rest of it. I know. Okay, I'm back. Does it look a little different tonight? I didn't know if it would look different on YouTube, but I am streaming the live through like a program and it lets me see the comments a lot better. And there's some other features that you can do too. So I don't know if it's going to look any different to you guys, but it looks better on my end for sure. And I'm on my iPad, so I don't know how the quality is going to be, but we'll see. So welcome to the chat, to the live, to the window shopping, just all things about the new update, the new collection. It has been a week. I barely got any sleep last night because the puppy came yesterday and we didn't get much sleep last night. Yeah, she is so sweet. Very cute. My pup had the same issue with her mama. Yeah, I don't really know much about it. She's actually from North Carolina. And all I know is that the puppy's mom got sick. I don't know exactly what happened, but that she wasn't able to nurse them anymore. And so they they had to let them go early. I guess it was causing problems for the mama puppy or the mama dog to have the babies around still. She has sharp little teeth. Yes, they hurt. So I mean, I wasn't expecting to get her this early, and I was expecting her to have at least started solid foods or like, you know, soft foods, and she hasn't. So it's been a whole new thing. Like I've had to research everything and like try to figure out what formula she needed and all of that stuff. They told me what to get, what they recommended for her. The breeder did. And so it's been a crazy couple days because I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't expecting all of that. It looks fine here. Okay, cool. The new collection is fabulous. Thanks, Julie. We are so excited to have this collection bring this collection to you guys, and it to almost be here in just a couple days. We had to push this back twice because with all the hurricanes and everything that happened, we were not ready at all. And so we hated doing that because we wanted, for many reasons, we wanted you guys to have this stuff a little bit sooner, but we also wanted to be done a little bit sooner so we could enjoy more of the end of the year with the holidays. But it is what it is. So it's finally almost here. A couple more days. So I'm going to, if you guys have any questions, pop them in the chat. And Becky is here and my mom is also here in the chat. And so we can answer those questions. We can show you different yarns together. I'm going to go through like a brief kind of, if you haven't already watched the live, or not the live, the preview episode, go watch that. If you are wanting like a really in-depth description of everything. Also, I printed out I made the wish lists. I didn't have them on the preview video, but I did make them, and I put these on our Facebook page. You can download a copy of it. I also put it as a PDF. Facebook won't let me put a PDF file on our regular page, but it will let me put one in our Mermakers Facebook group, the private group. So I added them as a PDF, and so you can download them and print them out, or you can just download the picture of them and print them out. But so for the wish lists, what we did was we put each name. There's one for project bags and there's one for yarn. And we listed out each bag's name and then the sizes that bag comes in. And also the style, like zipper or drawstring. And then there's also some spots on this one for if there's any stitch, like all the notions, the needle stoppers, scissors, any notes that you want, like patterns. I always tell people put the pattern that you're wanting to make with that there. So there's notes or spaces for that. And then for the yarn, it's basically the same thing. There is the name of the colorway. And then these are all of the bases that it's available on. And I tried to give a little description of each one, what each base is. But on the listings on Etsy, there'll also be a like a graphic, like a picture of what each base is and what it consists of. So everyone has given me good feedback on the wish lists. They say that it helps them to try to figure out like what they want and if they want to get certain yarn and bags together, or just it helps them to shop and to try to figure out what they want. So those are available on Facebook if you want them. Fabulous lists. You like the list, Laura? Cool. Yeah, I started doing those like a couple maybe spring, I don't remember, summer. And they help me too, because it kind of, like, especially when I'm doing these, like, it helps me kind of figure out, okay, what do I need to talk about still? So I hope you guys will find these helpful. And if you do, I will keep making these, like, every time we have an update. Okay, so there were a couple of things that I wanted to talk to you guys about that I forgot to mention on the preview video. And so I have the list of things that I forgot to mention. So I'll mention those as I go through them. I'm going to work backwards from how I did the as far as like the sequence of how I showed everything. I started with Mrs. Claus and I ended with Night Divine last time. So I'm going to go backwards this time and start with Night Divine and then work my way through them. So the PDFs are great. Print it out. Cool. I'm so glad you guys are finding those helpful. And I think the preview videos are helpful too. A lot of people say, you know, thank you for doing the preview videos, because that is sometimes, especially because things sell out kind of quickly. So you really want to know what, like, have an idea of what you're wanting to get before the update. So I'm glad you guys are finding those helpful. So let's start with, we're going to start with Night Divine. Let me show the yarn first. This is a brand new colorway that is coming to the shop. And it also has a coordinating project bag to go with it. And it also goes with a few different things. So it's like a whole little, like a mini collection within the collection. So Night Divine is a all over, like, variegated colorway with blues and purples. This is one of the sock sets. This is our, this is actually a Destin DK weight. There is a lot of variation in it. Let me try to find one with, I don't know how this is going to show up on here, but it shows lots of lighter blues and also lighter purples, and then the darker areas. Oh, let me grab my swatches too. I have swatches. Okay, and thank you to Laura who swatches for us. So this one is gonna read dark, but it has these pops of these lighter blues and purples in it. So you get an all over, I think, darker color, but then you see these. Oh, am I showing it backwards? My goodness. I was like, why does it look like that? Because I was showing the pearl side. So, but then you see these pops of blue, like lighter blues and purples in it. So it's so pretty. We were saying this would make such a pretty sweater or like a cardigan or even, I mean, anything really, but it's so perfect for this time of year. So this is Night Divine. Here it is on the crochet swatch. So, so pretty. And it's available on all the bases. So that's what I was talking about in these, on here. I have it listed out on every base that it's available on. So we have Sanibel, which is our 75-25 fingering weight, and then the Sanibel sock set. This sock set comes with 2 minis, which is the blue and this lighter purple color. It's really, really pretty, and it's really good contrast with the big skein. And then we have it on the DK. Where's it at? DK and the DK sock set. our Coquina base, which is our MCN Merino Cashmere Nylon blend. Our Surrey, which is the art. Sorry. If you guys
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
If you guys have watched the, let me put on my do not disturb. If you guys have watched the podcast before, you know that every time I say Surrey, she pops up and says, hey. So sorry about that. Okay, so Coquina, and I'll just call this our St. Augustine base so she doesn't think I'm talking to her. It is a lace weight baby alpaca silk blend. It's so pretty. I love it. And it's so soft, of course, with that alpaca and that silk. These would look really pretty together in something. And then I think this one might be my favorite base of this colorway is our Amelia base, which is a Stellina. It looks so pretty on the Stellina, and we also have it in a sock set. I love it. So that is Night Divine. Now there's several things that can go with this. Well, let me show the project bag first, and then I'll come back to some yarn things that, some more yarn stuff. So the Night Divine project bag inspired this colorway. So here is Night Divine. It's a beautiful nativity scene, and it's done in such a fun, whimsical way. When Becky and I first saw this fabric, we both said it looked like it reminded us of It's a Small World at Disney, just because of how the colors were so unique and like whimsical looking. So there's actually, I think, 3 different nativity scenes. There's my camera's backwards. It's this one, and then on the other side you have that one, and then you also have that one. And there's an angel. There's a camel somewhere. Here's the 3 wise men. It's just so pretty. Love it. So the drawstrings, the medium is the only size available in the drawstrings. We have all 3 sizes available in the zippers. So this is the small sock size, and then the medium and the large. And here is the really pretty zipper pull. It's a star. And the inside is a really pretty purple lining. Isn't it gorgeous? I love it so much. Oh, and the handle also. The most beautiful Christmas project bag ever. Small world for sure. Yes, we both said that, like, independently of each other. We were like, okay, that totally reminds us of It's a Small World. Each bag will be unique though. So yes, that's true. You may not necessarily see all 3 of the things that I was talking about with the nativity, but I just wanted to point that out, that there are 3 different ones. This is like one of those bags where you look at it and you see something new every time you look at it. Because even still, when I look at them, I'm like, oh, I didn't even notice that was there. So it's one of those really eye-catching, almost like a puzzle when you're looking at it, all the different things. All right, so that is Night Divine. And then the notions that we have that match it are the needle stoppers. They're in black and in blue. These are, we've been selling these for quite a while now, but if you don't know what needle stoppers are, they are like a silicone material and they fit directly on top of your knitting needles. So when you're not using or working on your project, they protect your stitches from falling off of your needles. So I think those look really pretty with the project bag. Okay, now to go with Night Divine, we have a couple of different things. Let me move the bags for a moment. So we decided to do a mini skein fade set, and they are in the plastic, so it might be a little crinkly. But here is the Night Divine minis set. It'll be on all three of our bases, our Sanibel base, so fingering weight, DK, Destin, and also Stellina. So here it is on Sanibel. And here it is on Destin. They're probably on camera going to look pretty similar. And they do look pretty similar in real life. Except for obviously they're different, the different bases. This one's very sparkly. Now this is one of the things I wanted to talk to you about, as well as the fabric, but I wanted to point out that I don't know on camera, this one looks pretty different here, so I'm not sure how these three are reading to you, but when you in pictures and on video, these look very similar, but they're not. There's a lot of contrast and between those three. But when you're fading from blues into the greens, you have it looks on camera like they're very similar. But this is more of a minty green, and these are more of a aqua greeny blue color. And then you're getting more into like a green blue, like ocean, and then this bright blue. So, and then the purples. This camera is opposite. Here's the purples and into navy. So I just wanted to point that out because Becky and I both noticed that on camera these look similar, but they're really not. There's a beautiful contrast and a very nice fade throughout here. How many yards total is the mini skein pack? It's well, for which base, because they're different. So it's 12 20-gram minis. For the fingering weight, each is 92 yards. So that would be, let's see, I can do the math real quick on my phone. 92 yards times 12 minis. It's basically 1,100 yards of 1,100 yards total. For the that's for Sanibel. For Destin, which is our DK, these are 49 yards each. So it's 588 yards. And 12 minis, it's 240 grams of yarn. And then for Sanibel, for Amelia, this one is 87 yards each. So that is 1,044 yards total. I hope that answers your question, Gina. I wasn't sure which base I know you like DK. So I wanted to give them all 3 to everybody. So this was also very much inspired by this project bag. The colors in it, like we said, we loved all of those bright, fun colors that were in the bag. So this very much was part of the inspiration for this fade set. I have so many ideas on, like, it just inspires you to, like, especially right now with all of the Advent patterns coming out and that have come out before. This would be such a beautiful Advent project. And we wanted you to have, because a lot of times patterns will call for a big skein, like a full skein, to use as your contrast or as an in-between if you're doing something with stripes, like the Go-Go Throw that I'm working on right now by Ambah O'Brien. She has a, I have to use after each color, I have to use my in-between color, like my main color, basically. And so we wanted you to have some options that you could use with this besides Night Divine. Night Divine will show a lot of contrast here, but down in this area, it won't be as much contrast. So you could use it with just these up here if you wanted to. You will get into less and less contrast down in these darker colors. So that's why we wanted to have some neutrals to show you. So let me grab those. Okay. So many possibilities with the mini set. Yes, I agree. I was like, oh, you could make this, you could make this, you can make this, like so many different things. I'm going to tell you guys what my plans are for it, and I'm going to give you a few pattern suggestions that I think would look pretty with this. But I have plans for this set, and it's going to be really cool. Okay, so we came out with 2 tonals. This is our silver tonal. And then we also have a gold tonal. And they look really pretty together, but we wanted to bring these out. Here's the gold. So we wanted to bring these out so you could have an option to use with Night Divine. So let me pull the bands off of here. Here's it with gold, and you can see the gold contrasts so well with all of these colors. I have these not in the plastic. Let me go grab them so you might be able to see those darker ones better. They are. Okay, so this is them all together. Let me show you just some individual ones with the gold. Here's the gold with the darkest one that's like a dark navy blue. And then with the purples. So you see how each one will contrast really, really well with the gold. Look how pretty that is. It's like no matter what color you pick from here, they look pretty with the gold. So you wouldn't even have to use this whole thing together. If you wanted to split them up, you could use them so many different ways. Like you guys were saying, so many different possibilities. If you're not a gold girl or guy, I am not a gold person. Becky is. So, and that's one of the funny things I'm going to be doing with this project. I'm a silver person. Like I'm drawn to that cooler color, silver. Like this is a warm color. This is a cool color. So my eye naturally draws to silver. So we thought it would be cool to have like both ends of the spectrum on the color wheel. So silver goes with all of these too. So great. It's because they're considered neutrals. Gold and silver, even though gold is like a warm color, it's still like a warm neutral. So, and because of that, that's why these all contrast so well and complement each other. Like, look at all of that together with the silver. So no matter what, you can't go wrong with either one, basically. Here it is with all of them. Another really cool thing about this, which is one of the things I forgot to tell you guys on the preview, is that this is a set of 12, but if you break it up into from here, this side looks very Christmassy. It's got the dark pink. This looks red, but it's really like a very dark pink into the lighter colors. This is like a very coral colors and here, and this is that minty green color. So these 5, if you wanted to do something with them and separate them, you could. Let me pull those colors out. That's these. And then these. Like those would be so cute together. Oop. And something. Very Christmassy, like tropical Christmas vibes. But then if you grab these 7, this looks very wintry and very just polar. So there's so many different routes you can go with it. You could split them up into 2, but when you put them all together in that fade, they just go perfect. So, or 2 sets of 6. Yes, if you wanted to pull one of those aquas in, you could definitely. There's just so many different things you could do with it. So that we've never done a set of 12 before. We thought it would be a great option if you hadn't gotten an Advent, but you wanted to work on some type of Advent project or some type of scrappy project. So, and even if you have gotten an Advent, like, and you want to just work on something like that's a fade, this is just, it's gorgeous. Okay, so if you have any questions, I think I pretty much covered all of that. So smart with the silver and gold, classic Christmas colors, but I don't see other dyers doing them. Well done. Thanks, Julie. Yeah, I don't think I've seen anybody do silver and gold. And we were even saying that this would be so pretty together. And they look pretty with Night Divine. Like this looks gorgeous together. Night Divine also looks pretty with silver. It changes the whole like dynamic of it, the whole vibe when you add the 2 different ones. So one thing I wanted to say before I forget about our project bags, I wrote down my notes. Sometimes it depends on the fabric, but most of the fabrics that we use are like a heavyweight cotton twill. And that just depends on where we purchase them from, if they're custom made for us, that type of thing, which a lot of them are custom made for us. But we also, if we find one like a quilter's cotton that we love, we use that also. So they're all made the same, but sometimes you might have a different feel of the outside fabric itself. And then sometimes we have all over prints like this. And then sometimes we have some that have a bottom, and that will be like a heavyweight canvas also. So I just want to say that because that was another one of the things that I forgot. And if I've forgotten anything, Becky, add it to the notes or to the comments. But just so you're aware that sometimes they are different, and it's mostly the cotton twill. But sometimes if we find a fabric that we love, like the Grinch fabric, it's a quilter's cotton. So, oh yes, thank you. We will specify in the listing the type. So if you go read the item description in the listing, it'll say what type of fabric it is, what we used. Okay, so I'm glad you reminded me of that because I forgot. Where are we at? So did I show everything for Night Divine? I think I did. The other colorway that kind of goes with Night Divine and all of this is Northern Lights. That's a colorway we had last year in the shop. There it is right there. That's Northern Lights and that's Night Divine. So I wanted to show that while I've got all of this out because it goes really well with all of this. It's definitely in the same vein. Gold and silver will be available on all of our bases. They are tonals, so they don't have sock sets, but they are on all the bases. And like I was saying in the beginning, if you want like a detailed, I mean, I've been pretty detailed. I can't help myself. But if you want even more detail for each base, then go check out that preview on Etsy. Yes. Your color choices are remarkable. I really hope you offer an advent calendar next year. We wanted to this year. Thank you, by the way, Barbara. We wanted to. We just, with everything going on, and especially we want to wait to offer that. The main reason why we haven't offered an advent is because we don't want to offer it on Etsy because of the way Etsy is with their shipping, and they won't let you postpone shipping until you know, like if we offered the advent calendar in the summertime, it wouldn't ship out until November. But Etsy only gives you like 2 months to ship things, and then it dings you if you don't ship things out on time, even though it wouldn't be on time, it would be early. So that's the main reason why we haven't. We have tossed around so many different ideas and have so many good plans for Advent, and they will be coming for sure. But we want to wait and finalize our website before we do an Advent. We'll have a lot more options once we have our website up and running, and as far as offering different things to you guys. So good things to come next year. But we will definitely, we definitely want to do an Advent. We love Advents ourselves. We all get them, and we love the whole experience of it. It's kind of like how you guys love the experience of our mystery sets, you know, just the theme of them, and everything's always matchy and on point. And that's how our Advents, we want our Advents to be such a great experience for you guys. So we're just trying to get all our ducks in a row first before we do that. But yes, thank you. Okay, so where was I? Northern Lights. Okay, so this is Northern Lights. We did have this colorway last year. It is a variegated colorway as well. I found a picture of like a winter scene, and it had the Northern Lights in the sky, and it was like snowy, and there were trees. It was very wintry and blues, and just those beautiful colors that you see with the Aurora Borealis. So that's what was the inspiration for Northern Lights. It comes with 2 minis, the sock sets, purple and like a really light aqua color. And here is the swatch. I love the swatches. Here's the knit one and the crochet. And it also goes really well with everything that I just showed you. Here is, let's see, where is my other one? I'll find it in a second. It's probably buried under all of this. So Northern Lights will be on all the bases. Stellina, our Amelia base, this is the only one I think that looks different than all the other bases, and it's because it's on the Stellina. I talked about that, like when you have it back, you can't tell as much, but it blended a lot more than the regular bases. It looks beautiful, but I just wanted to point that out. You can see a lot of the variation there, but it's definitely more blendy because you have to dye it differently. Okay, so it looks really pretty with silver. Where'd you go? And it looks really pretty with, oh, what am I doing? With Knife Divine. All of them together. So we also have something to match Northern Lights. But it's not yarn. And it looks so good with it, and it's a project bag. All right, so this colorway, this project bag called Frosty Forest. Here it is on the small zipper. It looks so cute with Northern Lights. It's got a lot of those same colors in it. So it's Christmas trees. You can see the little ornaments on them, but they're like in all the wintry colors. So pinks and aquas and bright blue and just these green colors. They're all so, so pretty. And I love the inside. So that is Frosty Forest. And I said on the preview episode, if you ordered our Frosty mystery colorway, you'll definitely, if you want a matchy, I can't tell you too much, but this one will definitely complement our Frosty colorway if you like matchy. So small zippers, medium zippers, large zippers. This one I think is on all of them. Oh, yes, it is. Okay. And then look at it on the drawstrings. It's so cute. Here, let me show it up close, that fabric. Isn't that cute? I love it on the drawstrings. That color pops really, really well at the top. It just reminds me of snow. So small drawstrings, medium drawstrings, and then we have it on the extra large as well. I just love it. It's so pretty. Perfect with that. And the silver, all of it just looks so good together. Even this, look at that. So good. Okay, so have I shown you all the wintry type stuff? let's see. I think so. There will be lots of notions and stitch markers and new scissors. I showed all of that stuff on the preview video. I actually didn't show all the stitch markers because there was a lot, but they'll all be there on Friday night. There's something for everything if you like to coordinate your things and have a matching project bag. There's, you know, lots of tree stuff. There's lots of wintry stuff or Christmas stuff, either one. So I won't go through all the notions tonight, but I did show most of the stitch stoppers on the video. Here's these two together. That looks really pretty. So do you guys have any ideas for these? I want to know what your ideas are. I'm going to tell you mine now before I move on to the more Christmassy, like traditional Christmas color stuff, because I want to show you Mrs. Claus and Grinch. But I wanted to tell you what I am planning to do with this set. So I want to make the scarf. It's a scarf, and it's from Kay Jones from the Bakery Bears. And every year she comes out with a Advent type of pattern. And here's hers for this year. So it's a DK weight, and she used a contrast yarn in between to define each color. And I think that this would be so pretty as this scarf. And so I was talking to Becky about the what I would use in between, and I would use silver, and she's more of a gold girl, so she was like, I would use gold. So I'm actually going to make two of these. I'm going to make one for Becky and one for me, but I'm going to use silver as my contrast color, and I'm going to use gold as her contrast color for hers. And I think it'll be really cool to see what they look like what the difference, how they look with the different contrast colors. So what do you guys think of that idea? So the thing is this is a DK weight. So what she did for her samples is she used, I want to say she used an advent calendar, and she held the fingering weight minis together to make them DK weight. Look at it there. It's so pretty. So since she probably used, I have to read and see, she probably used, that's a different one. She probably used 24 minis. So I would probably repeat the colors. I would have to repeat them, but look how beautiful that is. And I'm not normally a scarf person. Like I usually like a cowl or a wrap, but I just love this. And I actually love the fringe too. And I'm definitely not a fringe person, but I think a scarf looks so cute with the fringe. So I'm thinking that that's what I'm going to make with this. I think it'll be fun to make Becky one too. There it is on K. She's so cute. She's from the Bakery Bears. I'm sure you guys know that already. But I don't know. So I think that's what I'm going to do with this. So it'll be really cool to see how hers looks compared to mine. Yours would be silver as well. Yeah, some people are just drawn, like my daughter Olivia, she loves everything gold. She is gold, gold, gold all the time. I appreciate that color with things. I think it's beautiful, but personally I love the silver, but Becky loves the gold. So I think it'll be really cool. yes, I'm excited too, Becky. I think it would be cool to see the difference in them and see how it changes. Just the only thing that will be different is one will have the gold contrast in between and one will have the silver. I'm normally a silver person too, but I just love the gold. Yeah, you are. That's true. Yeah, I know. The gold is gold. I really love this together. And this is not something I would normally gravitate to. But for some reason, this just looks so pretty together and like royal and regal. And it's just, I don't just love it. And I love the meaning behind this colorway, the Night Divine and the project bag, all of it. It's just... it's so special. We're really excited. Can you tell? I've talked about it like the whole time. All right, let me move on. I hope I'm not boring you guys to death. Let me take a drink and then I will move on and show you all of the more traditional color Christmas stuff. And if you guys have any pattern ideas for any of this stuff, let everybody know in the comments, like what you guys would do. Because we need to, everybody needs inspiration, right? It's fun to be inspired by stuff. All right. Don't mind all the noise. I'm just moving everything. Like a costume change or an intermission when you go see a play. All right. All right, let's talk about Mean and Green. Mean and Green is our Grinch inspired project bag and colorway. We did have this one last year and we brought it back. Yes, I was just about to say those two are regal. A couple people have said that use that word. No idea yet, but really want Night Divine on the Stellina. That one's my favorite base too. It looks like, I said in the preview, it looked like a galaxy to me. It's so gorgeous. I love the Oddments Cowl by Helen Stewart. And we'll make it with the minis if I'm lucky enough to snag them. I have to look that up now. What is it called? Oddments Cowl. Let's look it up. I'll show you guys what it looks like. Oddments Cowl. Oh, yes, that is pretty. Helen Stewart has some gorgeous things. I love cowls. I love lacy cowls too. Let's see if I can show you. Oh, that'll be great with the minis. Look at that, all the different stripes. Helen Stewart does have wonderful, wonderful ones. I agree. Very pretty. Ooh, there we go. That would be gorgeous with the minis. Love that. Is she the one that comes out with the like booklet of patterns every Advent season? I think that might be her. I can't remember. Oh yeah, the part of a collection. That's what a knit vent. That's what I was thinking of. Yes, knit vent. You guys are on top of it, you know. Very pretty. Great choice. Okay, let me show this and then I'll talk patterns. Okay, so here is Mean and Green. Like I was saying, this is this was the one we had in the shop last year. We had the drawstrings. I love these. I'm sorry I'm backwards right now. I'm like this, everything's opposite than I normally do. But these green drawstrings are so cute. They're like the perfect Grinchy green. But look how pretty. And this fabric for the lining inside is just perfect. It's so Christmassy. So it's the 12 Days of Grinchmas. There's different things from the movie, like Who Hash, and just all his little faces. Like that one. It's just so cute. Love it. This is one that I was saying has a canvas bottom. So this is available in our medium sizes and also zipper this year. Last year was just drawstrings. So here it is on the zipper. I love the handle, the contrast color. And then the green zipper, of course. And look at the inside. It's so cute. Medium size is great. I mean, you can fit a lot in our medium sizes. Definitely socks, probably more than one sock project. Hats, small shawls, I would say, mediums. It's perfect for so many different things. That Grinch bag just makes me happy. Yes. Oh, Laura, you got Knit Vent this year? I remember we had it a couple years ago. And I think I made something from it. There's just not enough time in the day, right, guys? Like, we never have enough time to make all the things we want to make. Have you seen the Sountrack Cowl by Elizabeth Smith? I have not seen that. Does that use minis or is it like striped? Sounds interesting. Sountrack Cowl. That Grinch bag just makes me happy. Yes. People have like a legitimate obsession with Grinch. I mean, myself included, but like I was on Facebook the other day and I'm part of this group that's like Christmas decorations. Like I guess people get ideas for it. And this lady had decked out, her son had just moved out and she had a spare bedroom and she, for Christmas this year, like decked it out in Grinch stuff from like top to bottom. It was a little overboard, but it was kind of cool looking. But it was just like people have a real obsession with Grinch for sure. Which it's a great, it's a great story. So I get it. Andrea Mowry's new Night and Day cowl. The red and silver might be nice for that. Oh, yes. Red and silver. I haven't shown Crushed Velvet yet, but I will show it in just a minute because it does look really good with silver. I love that you guys are throwing out pattern ideas. Just looked up the Sountrack cowl. That would be so fun with the minis as the blips and silver and gold as the main colors. Okay, I have to look this up now. Let's see. You guys are fun. I love this. Let's see. Sountrack. Sountrack cowl by, oh yeah, here it is. Ooh, that is pretty. This is worsted weight, so you could hold the DK together. That's the Sountrack cowl. So Julie's saying that would be so fun with the minis as the blips and silver and gold as the main colors. Yes, you're right. That would look really cool, actually. There it is, a better picture. That's cool. And you'd have to hold the DK double. Oh, there is a DK version for the cowl. Okay, cool. Perfect. That's really neat. I like that. And then what was the other one? Oh, Andrea Mowry's Night and Day. I love Andrea Mowry. I love her patterns. So talented. She's so talented. And a like sweet person. Night and Day. What is it? A cowl? Night and Day cowl. Night and Day cowl. Oh, that is pretty. This one is DK also. I'm trying to find like a close-up picture of it. She's so pretty. So Gina said the Night and Day cowl with the red and silver. That would be so nice. Or the gold and red too. Like the gold, the red and gold, or the red and silver. Or the gold and silver would be gorgeous. Okay. That would be so pretty. Wow. I really like that a lot. How is it? It's just so, her cowls are always like so fluffy and like look so cozy, right? I just love it. That's really pretty. Very cool. Okay. So Mean and Green has a colorway that we had last year in the not in the shop actually. Last year's was a mystery at Christmas time, and you guys loved it. Went goo goo gaga over over Mean and Green. So here it is. Let me show you the Sanibel Mean and Green. This colorway is so fun. It's got speckles everywhere. Like, it's mostly speckles, but then you have these pops of Grinchy green, bright red, and then this darker green, like randomly kind of throughout. And then on the lighter areas, we speckled everything with all the fun, like classic Grinchy colors, which this is the mini set that goes with it, but those were the colors we used. And so it comes out like this. Isn't that so fun? So all of the different speckles show up as those little pops of color throughout. And then you see red and green. You can see the Grinchy green in there, the dark green, and then the red all throughout. I made a pair of socks last year. Where are those socks? I don't know if they're up there. That's my box of samples up there. let me look and see if they're in there, because I don't think they are though. I don't know where they would be though. One day on the podcast, I'll get all this out and show it to you. Oh, they are in here. They are. Here they are. These are my Grinch socks that I made last year during Vlogmas. I only put the pop of green at the top for some reason. I was supposed to do it on the heel and I forgot. But aren't they cute? I love how they turned out. So let me put that away. I don't know where that mini went. I'll find it later. So we have it on all the bases, every base. Sanibel sock sets with the Grinchy green mini. This is what it looked like last year in the mystery set. It came with the Grinch mini. We have DK and DK sock sets. They come with two, the DK. And then we also have it on Stellina and Stellina sock sets. And Coquina with the cashmere. And look at it on the Surrey. It's so cute. Love it. This would be such a fun hat to make. Like I always think of like a Grinch hat, and these two together, it would be so cute. Nitty Natty has a huge bundle of suggested patterns for Advents or multicolored packs on Ravelry. She has videos on YouTube describing her suggestions. Knit and crochet, paid and free. That's cool. I knew she did like random pattern videos with like she recommends patterns or she'll talk about patterns. But I didn't know she did one specifically for Advents or like minis. So that's cool. I'll have to check that out. Thank you for sharing that, Chris. Even though it's Grinch, it's very Christmassy. Yes, I agree. Totally. I mean, in the classic Grinch colors, here's the mini set. Are these like these right here? It just looks very Grinchy and Christmassy. And I love the contrast with that more yellowy green, like Grinchy, and then the classic red and green. And then you throw in these two fun pinks and blues. It's so cute. So the mini set will also come on Sanibel, Stelina, Amelia, and Destin as well. We'll have it on all three bases. So Christmassy, right? Love it. Cute socks. Thank you. I loved making those socks last year. I really enjoyed that color. I made them during Vlogmas, which I'm going to do Vlogmas again this year. And I'm going to make socks. Well, I'm doing a couple socks this Vlogmas. I'm going to make I'm going to make socks with our Frosty colorway, the mystery that's coming out, or that you guys are going to be getting soon. And then I have an Advent self-striping sock from Freckled Whimsy yarn, that I'm going to make socks with. She adds to her suggestions every year. She just did a new video last week, I think it was. Oh, okay. That's cool. You know who else has a good video that she does a lot of good videos for Advent is Ambah from A Lovely Yarn. I don't know if you guys have seen her podcast, but she has a great podcast, and she just came out with like I don't remember how many patterns, but they're that you can use for Advent season. So, and I think she does that every year also. She does like a pattern suggestion video. Okay, so, I wanted to show you guys how cute. We're going to add white sands in on all the bases as well, because this has been out of stock for a while. So we're going to add in, but look how cute it looks with the minis. You could do something like this would be great to use as to contrast these for color work. I think it would be fun to do something with this white sands and the Surrey, hold them double. That would be really cool. So Christmassy looking. And it looks cute with silver too. I wonder if it would look cute with the gold. I think it does. Looks really cute with either one, actually. These are kind of like retro-y colors too, so it kind of all goes together. So, all right, the last thing I want to show you is Mrs. Claus. This was another colorway and project bag that we had last year that we brought back. Ooh, sorry, wrong things. And it looks really cute with crushed velvet, which is the last colorway I'm going to show you also. Actually, I'll show you crushed velvet now, because crushed velvet looks cute with mean and green. So here is, let me show you on Sanibel. I love crushed velvet. It's so pretty. It reads red. It's definitely red, but it's very tonal looking. Look how pretty that is. Wouldn't this make the most gorgeous cardigan or like Christmas cowl? or like a Christmas hat, or if you just love red. So pretty. It's got pops of lighter and darker reds in there. Here's the crochet one. It's so cute. So crushed velvet goes with Mrs. Claus. What I think that was mainly what we wanted it to go with, but look how pretty it looks with meat and green. Love these two together. And it looks really pretty. Whoops, wrong one. With silver. It looks really pretty with gold also. Could you show white sands with Night Divine minis? Yes, I sure can. Let me grab them. Oh, that reminds me. Thank you for asking to see that, because I have a pattern that I wanted to suggest for this. Here is white sands with them. It would be perfect as a contrast. Look at it on the Surrey. How fun would that be to use with these? So have you guys ever heard of the Polesden wrap by Amy Lowden? It was a pattern that I almost made last year with my Advent, and I instead went with the Go-Go Throw by Ambah O'Brien, but that was like one of the final choices that I had to make. And I feel like this, because you can make it in a wrap or a scarf, the Polesden wrap. This would be, and it contrasts with the mini color and then Surrey, or probably you could use mohair too. I don't know exactly which one is in the pattern, but it looks so, this would be so pretty as that. I'll show it to you in a second. We were just talking about white sands with Night Divine minis this morning. Yes. This drop is going to be a bank account draining event. I need one of everything. Like snow. Yeah, somebody else said that too. I thought somebody said something else about snow. I agree. It looks Surrey, especially on white sands. I mean, I guess in any color, but like the tonal Surrey in a tonal colorway is so pretty. And when you add it to something else, it can change the look of it completely, especially if you're not using the same color. Like if you added it to this, like what would that look like if you added white sands to that? It would it softens everything. This looks like Santa Claus. Like that would be such a cute, you could use it held double in some areas to give it like a softer look, and then you could just make, like if you made a Santa hat with it or something, like I don't know, it just looks, this reminds me of like Santa Claus or Mrs. Claus or something. But it just tones down everything. Like these would be so pretty together. Like all of this is just, would be so pretty. So the Polesden wrap is, I almost made it last year. I should have made it. I don't know why I didn't, because, and not that I don't regret my Go-Go Throw that I'm still making, but I am ready to be done with it because it's just taking forever. Okay, how do I get to, here we go. Here's the Polesden scarf. I don't know if that's going to show up very well as far as contrast goes. That's a little better. So I think in some areas she held it. I don't know. I'll have to read it. But in some areas she held Surrey or mohair double, or maybe throughout the whole thing. But it's really pretty. And you can make it into a scarf like this one, or you can have it as like a full wrap. But it just looks so soft and cozy. Like I really like that. I don't know why I'm into scarves. I've never really been a scarf person, probably because of where I live, but I don't know. It's just really pretty. I love it. Hey, Lydia. How are you? I'm currently making some scrunchies for my daughter. Cool. Are you crocheting them or knitting them? I'm holding a variegated colorway with white sands in Surrey. Oh, those are probably really cute. I've wanted to make scrunchies. That was like, I used to have this Make 9 board, you know, like the Make 9 board. And that was one of the things on my Make 9 board was scrunchies. And they're probably so easy. What pattern? Do you even use a pattern? I would like to know. Yana from Finished Knitting Stories made it. The Polesden, did she? I like her. She knits faster than Lydia. She is like speed knitter. Yana is. She makes the most gorgeous things. I'll have to look. Was it recent that she made it? Because I'd like to see how hers looks. I love everything she makes. Like sometimes she uses like totally funky colors, but it always looks so good. And she makes a lot of sweaters because she lives like very, very cold climate. So, okay, where was I at? Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Let me show you Mrs. Claus. I'm going to show you the project bag first. Last year, okay, I'm going to look that up. I'll have to look on her Instagram and see. All right, so Mrs. Claus, fan favorite. So cute. Here it is on the extra large drawstring. This is not Mrs. Claus. Sorry. This is called Mrs. Claus's Kitchen. I always forget to say that. The bag is Mrs. Claus's Kitchen because this is all of the things that you would find her making. And it just looks like all the colors that she would have. Like I could totally see her having curtains in her kitchen that are this color, and like everything would be pink, like all of her utensils and all of her appliances. So it just looks like Mrs. Claus's kitchen totally. You're knitting them. Your next project is Evenfall by Andrea Mowry. Want to use Night Divine with either your new copper color and white sands for the neck and hem. Okay. I'm going to have to look that one up too because that sounds awesome. All right, so extra large, medium drawstring, and small drawstrings. Isn't it adorable? I love the little gingerbread guy. So cute. And then all 3 zipper sizes as well. Smalls. Oops, that's... Let me show you guys the inside fabric. I like it just as much as the outside fabric. It's candy canes. Look how cute those stripes are. So adorable. So small zippers, medium zippers, and then large zippers. So cute. I love it. I have this bag. I use this large size. I'm using it for my go-go throw actually. And I just love it. And I've used it all year long, even though it's Christmas. I don't care. Because I started at Christmas last year. No, I didn't actually. But it's using Advent minis, which is why it's in a Christmas bag. So adorable. This is one of the fabrics that we have that was custom made for us. Well, we purchased the artwork and had it custom made. Love it so, so much. So that's Mrs. Claus's kitchen, and the colorway that was inspired by this project bag is called Mrs. Claus. And here it is. This is on our Stellina base. It has a pink base. You see lots of pink in here. And then there is green and red all throughout, and then little pops of brown. There's a couple different browns in here. There's like a gingerbread brown right here. And then there's some darker browns as well. Let me show you on the coquina base. This is our cashmere MCN blend. Isn't it so pretty? We love it on the coquina. It always looks so good on this base. All right. Sock sets we have. Look at that beautiful red mini with it. So Sanibel, Amelia, Stellina, and Destin. So all the bases. Oh, and look at it on Surrey. It's really cute. You know what would be fun is to hold White Sands and Surrey Mrs. Claus together. That would be really fun. Or you could do the opposite of that and hold White Sands Surrey with Mrs. Claus. That would be really fun. Hi, Stephanie. Thanks for joining me, or us, I should say. Okay, so have I shown? Oh, no, I didn't show. I was talking about crushed velvet, and I got sidetracked. I'm sorry, guys. Sleep deprived. That's what happens when you get a puppy. It's like having a kid. It's like a baby. I'm the grandma because she's Ryan's puppy, my son. So I'm the grandma. Olivia's the aunt. And it's like having a baby around. My mom's the great grandma. Becky's the great aunt. It's just like, when everybody came over today to look at her, and we were all like, oh, and taking pictures and holding her. I mean, it felt like having a newborn. That's exactly what it was like. The family all coming over and like goo goo gaga over this baby puppy. But anyway, I had no sleep, if you can't tell. So crushed velvet, I wanted to show you because we were talking about that, and then I got sidetracked. It's red for sure, but it does have very tonal qualities as far as it's not like a solid or a semi-solid. It's very light and dark, and I think that's beautiful. It gives it like a very heathered look in your final project, like on the swatch. I showed the swatch, didn't I? Here it is. Like, it looks to me like it has a very heathered look to it. Here is Mrs. Claus with it. They go really, really well together. And then here they are on the crochet swatches. Love those together. They always look so cute on the crochet. Like all the different, like it spaces the colors out so nicely. I know it's a swatch and everything could look different depending on what you're making, but it gives such a good portrayal of the colors. Okay, so, oh, and one last thing I wanted to show you is gold with, not with this, with, where'd it go? With Mrs. Claus. This looks really pretty together, this combo. I love that. If you wanted like or if you wanted to get gold and then like a sock set, where's that? You could just have that little pop of red. It looks really pretty together too. I love your tonals solids. Thank you. We try to have a mix of like, these are going to read very solid, mostly. There might be some slight variation in them, but you're going to get basically like silver all throughout, gold all throughout. Whereas with this type of tonal, it's very, very different. Those look all pretty together. I've probably shown that already. So does anybody want me to show anything together? I think I've pretty much shown everything. This would be cute together to use. I think I already showed that. Or to use this together, like the mean and green on Surrey with these minis. You could use white sands with it also. I think that would all look really cute together. If anybody has any questions, let us know. You can message us or messages on Etsy. That's pretty much the best way to get a hold of us. Or you can email us or something. Let me show you. The last thing I want to do is show you a couple of patterns. The Cozy Comfort Throw I've made. Is that the one by Molly? I always get them mixed up. The Cozy Comfort Throw. Is that the one by Homespun House? If it is, I've made that one, and it's so good. Would be gorgeous. Marling White Sands and the Night Divine minis. Yes. Can you show Mrs. Claus with mean and green minis? Yes, I can. Here's Mrs. Claus. And here are the mean and green minis. It's so funny that you asked that because earlier today, or maybe yesterday, I can't remember, but we were labeling and Becky and I were like, "Ooh, look at Mrs. Claus with the Grinch mini, the green Grinch mini." Let me see if I can pair that up. Because we thought it looked really cute. Because look, there's pink in there. But we thought that these two, this green and this, looked cute together. Let me see if I can pair that up. Because then you could get both sock sets and like mix and match. So here is Mrs. Claus. And then I'll pull a green mini out. Doesn't that look like so retro and cute? Thanks, Tiffany. Okay, so I think I got everything. Okay, but yes, I agree that the Cozy Comfort Throw would look really beautiful. That I liked making that one because that's the one that I made for you, Mom, that blanket. It allows you to use up a lot of scraps, or you could use your Advent for it too, totally. But yeah, and you hold it double with something. Like if you hold it with the same color throughout, it gives it such a fun marled look. And it kind of makes it all cohesive, even though it's kind of scrappy at the same time. Oh, did I miss one? Sorry. Okay. Night Divine, gray, silver, and white sands. Yes, I can do that. Oh, what did you say? Night Divine, silver, and white sands. Yes. Ooh, look at that. Lydia, you always have the best eye for color. That looks really pretty. Love it. I feel like I should just give you my paycheck now. That's my next sweater. Oh, I love that. That's gorgeous. Is that the one you were talking about, the Andrea Mowry one? I need to look that one up. I will. Okay, so I have a few that I wrote down. Patterns. Well, I already talked about Kay Jones. She always every year comes out with an Advent pattern. So go back and look at some of her past ones. Some of them are even free. Like she has a cowl that was free one year. She always does a really cool Advent pattern. So definitely look up. I wrote down the Yuletide Scarf, which is the one that I showed you guys that I'm going to make for me and Becky. And then my Reading Shawl, I've made that of hers. And she has a pattern called the Quadrophenia, and I've never made that one. It's a fingering weight, like shawl wrap thing, and it looks really cool. So look those up. And then there is one that I want to show you real quick. It's called the Nutcracker Cowl. Let me look it up. It's really pretty, and I think I had saved it, and I don't remember what I was planning or if I was ever even planning. Maybe I just thought it was pretty. Nutcracker Cowl. It's by Yarnia Designs. Look how pretty that is. Let me show you a different picture. There's one there where it's like all spread out. And this one also uses Surrey. I can't remember. I read it briefly, but you alternate between Surrey and like regular yarn. I thought that was really pretty. Like scrunched up around your neck. That's the Nutcracker Cowl by Yarnia Designs. And then I showed you the Polesden. And then there's a pair of socks called the Sawtooth socks that I thought would be cute with the Mean and Green minis. Aren't those cute? Those would be so cute to stripe the Mean and Green minis set with. So I love those. And there's some, these are kind of Christmassy, but they're just so cute. These are by, sorry, the Sawtooth socks are by Elizabeth Dartt, and it says Turtle Knitting Designs. So I I think I saw them on Instagram, and I really, really liked them. I just thought they were really cute. The pink and the green reminded me of the Grinch stuff. Bits and Bob's Blanket. Yep, that's another good one by Kay. I've made that one. Dust of Snow. I've never heard of that one. Thank you guys for all the pattern suggestions, because this video will save, and hopefully the comments will save too. I don't know. I've never done it on this streaming thing before, so I don't know exactly how it'll save, but I'm pretty sure the video will save to our YouTube channel. So, all right, guys. Well, I hope you all have a great Thanksgiving. it's been a crazy couple of months for us, but thank you guys for all hanging in there with us and being patient with us to get this all done. Will you post the patterns so we can go back and look? I need a few patterns to take with me when I go visit my daughter. Yes, I will. I'll write down what we talked about and I'll put them in the notes like down below this video. So you guys have a great Thanksgiving, a great week, the rest of your week. Hopefully it's nice and relaxed. And then Friday night, is anybody going Black Friday shopping? Oh, I forgot to tell you, we will be having a Black Friday sale starting on Black Friday, but during the day. So you can go on and shop that if you wanted to, or you can see what's on sale and then add it to your order that night when we do our update. Oh, the only other thing I wanted to mention, and then I promise I'll let you guys go. I know this has been forever. We had some questions about shipping to Canada because I guess they have a strike going on in Canada, the post office. So we don't really know what. Okay, so Etsy. We went on and looked today and couldn't figure out how to offer other types of shipping besides the USPS. So if you live in Canada and you're planning to order, I don't know how else to ship things to you. If we can figure it out and offer like FedEx or something, then we will offer that. But we can't make any promises. We haven't really had time to sit down and figure that out. So I don't know exactly what will happen with Canadian shipping. I apologize about that. I didn't even really know what was going on with it until one of our customers asked us. So hopefully that doesn't affect anything for you guys. And hopefully they'll figure all of that out soon for shipping. If you do order from Canada, we may not be able to send it out to you right away. And I know this is like seasonal things, so you may want them soon. So just wanted to throw that out there to anybody from Canada. So thank you to everyone for watching, for sticking around. Have a great week, and we'll see you all. If you have any questions, let us know. But if not, then we will see you all Friday night for the update. It's at 8 p.m. the 29th. That's Eastern time. So, because we live in Florida. So, thank you guys so much for all of your support. We love each and every one of you and truly appreciate all of you. So, thanks. Bye.